At the beginning of this decade, we were nervous about the Y2K bug.
The rioting is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to contain it.
Thankfully, our computers survived and we were able to play some great games on them. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 PC games of the 2000s.
Keep your eyes open, people. We're entering enemy territory.
For this list, we chose the best PC games of the 2000s, ranked on how good they seemed at the time and how well they've held up. On top of our usual one game per franchise rule, since there were so many amazing titles that debuted simultaneously on the PC and on consoles, we gave priority to PC exclusives, due to the fact that there were just too many games to squeeze into 10 slots.
The world left them behind long ago. We are the future.
Number 10, Battlefield 2. As much fun as it is to fire away at a bunch of enemies on your own, it's better to know that people have your back, and this FPS emphasizes teamwork.
I need transport. Over. Enemy sniper spotted.
In the robust multiplayer, you can play with up to 64 players, divided into 2 teams, and you have to obliterate the other side on enormous maps. With awesome armored vehicles like tanks and jets, whether you choose to be a lone wolf, join a squad, or take the helm as a commander, there's something in here for everyone. Number 9, The Sims 2. It's not surprising that players would want to live out fantastical adventures, but The Sims 2 proved that the banality of everyday life can be just as addictive. As in its predecessor, after choosing a lot and building a home, players micromanage the lives of their Sims in creepy detail. You can tell them to build careers and friendships, though many prefer to just put them to bed and choose the woohoo option. There's no goal in the game, unless that goal is trying to discover the meaning of life. Number 8, Max Payne. This title got the now legendary series off to a thrillingly good start.
He was dead. I could tell by the empty, accusing stare of his eyes.
The titular protagonist is a renegade New York detective, and it's up to you to help him get revenge on the criminals who killed his family. Though the levels are fairly linear, the gritty storytelling to the theme of a neo-noir graphic novel, combined with Max's now trademark bullet-time gunfights, made Max Payne into a surprisingly cohesive package, both in terms of gameplay and presentation.
Sun setting on a sweet summer's day, smell of freshly mowed lawns. The American dream come true.
Number 7, Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of Amn.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Before BioWare wowed us with the likes of Mass Effect and Knights of the Old Republic, they took us to the Forgotten Realms in the shoes of the Child of Baal, the god of murder.
He left a score of mortal offspring, intended to be the fuel for his rebirth.
Adhering to strict tabletop rules, BG2 was noteworthy for the vast amount of quests, extensive amounts of customization, and staggering list of characters.
Butts will be liberally kicked in good measure!
As it stands now, it's still remembered as the king of deep RPGs.
Ah, the Child of Baal has awoken. It is time for more experiments.
Number 6, Company of Heroes. Although the 2000s saw a wash of World War II themed games, transplanting the conflict into a strategy game was perhaps the most resounding success.
MT-42, second floor!
It breathed new life into the genre, with gameplay innovations that allowed for effective flanking of your opponents, making for intuitive action. Not only that, but there's an impressive level of visual detail packed into the game, thanks to the faithful recreations of the Allied and Axis arsenals. Number 5, Civilization 4. Sid Meier's legendary series of turn-based strategy games have always been favorites of PC gamers, and once again the new installment took the series to new heights. The title introduced 3D visuals to the series, as well as an easy-to-use new interface and a refinement of the health and happiness systems for your cities. Combine those with the most robust multiplayer the series has seen to date, with a tech tree that provides narration from Leonard Nimoy, and this game was the total package and then some.
Now, it required but one more ingredient, a great leader, to build a legacy that would stand the test of time.
Number 4, Deus Ex. First-person shooters tended to be pretty linear until this title reinvented the genre.
All I've got with me is a pistol and an electric prod. I don't mind a test, but UNATCO better issue some hardware.
Thanks to its extensive RPG system and immersive world.
It's the maintenance man. He knows I like orange.
So you think the staff has some kind of plot?
The compelling narrative follows anti-terrorist agent J.C. Denton in his quest for the truth in a world filled with intrigue and conspiracy, all set in a bleak dystopian future. If that weren't enough, the level design is also impeccable, giving you an impressive amount of options for completing your goals.
Let it spill over into the schools and churches. Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
Number 3, Diablo 2.
Fool! You have just ensured the doom of this world. You cannot even begin to imagine what you've set in motion this day.
If you like fast-paced action gameplay, and let's face it, we all do, this hack-and-slash RPG gets you what you need. Building on everything that Diablo had done so well, Diablo 2 featured enormous areas, innumerable enemies, and years worth of epic loot to keep you grinding away for years.
I am overburdened.
Along with its randomly generated dungeon layouts and extensive Battle.net support, Diablo 2's popularity is still going strong.
We travel together, east. Always. Into the east.
Number 2, World of Warcraft.
The drums of war, thunder, once again.
Although Reign of Chaos was another praiseworthy release to take place in Azeroth, World of Warcraft not only exceeded high expectations, but became the MMORPG to end all other MMORPGs, even to this day. Blizzard's ability to condense, simplify, and perfect existing systems was put to great effect in a game that is truly one of the most addictive social phenomena of the last decade. By removing frustrating restrictions and introducing players to the vast systems gradually, World of Warcraft was able to garner enough subscribers to populate a small country. Literally. Before we get to our number 1, let's take a look at some honorable mentions.
Maximum strength.
Number 1, Half-Life 2.
Greetings to the free man.
Valve's masterpiece FPS continues to impress us even a decade after its release. It uses the powerful Source engine to not only allow for stunning visuals, but most importantly, a physics system which turned what might have been stale combat and puzzles into genre-defining innovation. This was more than just the gravity gun, which was awesome. This was a whole world that reacted and behaved in ways never thought possible in a video game. Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite PC game of the 2000s?
I swear, traveling with you is never dull.
For more modern top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.